Okay, so we're in for a quick 8-lapper between the riders. Ducati 1-2 going off the grid. That acceleration of the Ducati expected to carry it here at the British GP at Silverstone as Ducati 1 almost attempting a move on Ducati 2. Now attempting a move down the hanger straight as Ducati 2 still holds resilient, but here comes Kawasaki 1, the Ninja Racing car, bike flying towards those two. And Sector 3, I think this is where some of the bikes like the Yamahas and the Suzukis are going to come in clutch because their turn rate is a lot better than some of the others, and you can see by how the Suzuki is taken second, Kawa in third, fourth place there for Ducati 1 as Ducati 2 still holds on. Suzuki with a brilliant lap 1, looking strong from the get-go. Now trying to get past the Ducati, which is I think 20 kilometers or 15 kilometers faster than it on the straights. That time it didn't look like the case. Suzuki 1 in front, Ducati 2 fighting back. Look at the acceleration of that bike as now Ducati 2 makes a mistake once again. It's a 5-rider fight as there comes the Aprilia 2 out of the blue. Beamer 1 also coming into the mix in 6th. So coming round this down the start finish straight through cops we go. Suzuki dropping from 2nd to 4th as Aprilia 3 coming into the mix now from out of absolutely nowhere. Beamer going off in the background. We're gonna go back there in a bit, but Kawasaki up into 3rd and holding on, but Aprilia up into 2nd, Kawasaki deep, and there goes Suzuki, the battle of the Japanese manufacturers. Ducati 2 still holding on for the time being. I want to look further back just to see what's going on, but so far so good for this manufacturer. Beamer 1 down to 9th. I think Beamer 2 also having a few problems down there. There's a battle for 4th that's going on as well. 2 riders swapping positions. Ducati 1 up into 4th at Kawasaki. Look at how Yamaha 1 has just been swarmed there. Suzuki 2 moving up the field, but Kawasaki 2 as well up into 7th. Top 5 congregating 2s. We're going to just keep an eye on this. Suzuki 1 back and Aprilia. The Mark VDS has been forced wide and through across the other Ducati into 2nd place. Ducati 1-2. Ducati 1 was down in 5th, now is up into 2nd. Honda's also moving way up the field, up into 6th. One of the KTMs absolutely struggling further back, whilst Kawasaki's up into 4th again. Ninja Racing past Mark VDS. Suzuki back ahead of Ducati, and I think this is the phase of the race that Suzuki's looking forward to the most, because this is where the tires start falling off and the Suzuki's got pretty decent grip compared to those Ducatis. So let's see how this unfolds. Ooh, bit of contact between the two of them. Huge little pack here with BMW 1, Suzuki 1, which goes wide. There comes the Yamaha, which is going to come in very strong in this final part of the race, or this final half of the race. They're side by side. Yamaha going through around the outside of BMW and making that move stick. Up ahead you've also got a bit of action. I'm trying to see everything at once. Ducati and Kawasaki were side by side. Ducati down from 2nd briefly to 5th all of a sudden behind the Aprilia as well. Honda breaking away from this pack behind it. As now there comes BMW 2, BMW 1 coming in the Pedicini, BMW coming back at Suzuki, re-overtaking Suzuki, going wide, Suzuki back through, and here comes the satellite Yamaha. The Yamaha number 4 coming into the mix, into the top 10 ahead of Kawasaki and the other Yamaha. The factory Yamaha just slipping back. Here comes the Pedicini and the Mark VDS, both swarming as we can see, all sorts of action. Honda off the track, Yamaha through, there goes Kawasaki. Everything's just happening. There's action up at the front of, or in front of these guys as well as the battle for P5 commences, but this looks interesting as Suzuki 2 is way off the circuit and is back outside the top 10. Satellite Yamaha is coming into it though, both in the top 10. Satellite Yamaha 4 goes around number 3, and now it's going to try and get Kawasaki 2, which goes wide. Then now the final lap begins for Ducati 1. I think Suzuki was expected to put up a better fight in this final phase, but the acceleration of that Ducati has been brilliant and has been carrying it as now Kawasaki and Yamaha. Oh, a bit of teammate rivalry going on over there as Yamaha 4 was absolutely shoved off the track by Yamaha 3. Through went Yamaha 1, and now we're going to tune in just after seeing what happens here. Ducati 2 dominating pretty much, staying out of the chaos, and is going to win here at Silverstone. It was so hard to keep up with the action, I won't lie. Suzuki 1 in second. Third place there for Kawasaki, ahead of Ducati, Aprilia, and Yamaha Honda in seventh, ahead of Yamaha. Kawasaki just about taking ninth from Yamaha. Then you've got Yamaha, Aprilia. Oh dear. Then you've got the other Suzuki. The Pedicci is falling back. Honda, KTM, and then the MV Agustas. So that's been a very interesting little duel between the riders. I found it very hard to keep up with the pace of what was going on because one moment one thing's happening, the next moment you've got like 5 overtakes in the same setting. But clearly, that Ducati's acceleration is pretty good, pretty damn good on that Lenovo GP. Lenovo, X-Star, and Ninja Racing. That is your top 3 here at Silverstone. I'm going to take you through the grid once again, or the finishing order. Lenovo, X-Star, Ninja, Lenovo, Mark VDS, GMT94, Honda, Leopard, BWT Racing. You've got Ninja Racing and Leopard BWT Racing number 2, which was absolutely sniped at the end by that Kawasaki. The straight line speed difference telling between these two, because this is 335 kilometers minus 5, maybe minus 4, I mean minus 10, that could be like 330 or something. 325, I've lost mathematics. Yeah, I've lost my mathematics. What am I doing, bro? Yamaha, Aprilia. I don't know what happened to the second Mark VDS, because it looked strong, it didn't look strong towards the end. Suzuki X-Star as well, struggling. The Pedicci is just tanking at the end. I think the low grip definitely, or its low turn rate definitely played a role in it, along with its low grip. Then you've got Honda, Ayo, and MV Squadra Corsa. Oh.